What's going on, chicken friends? It's Mark and Donna Little from the Coop Scoop. And I have got a very angry broody hen standing on me, beating me up right now.
They're in broody jail.
We're in broody jail with them. But we wanted to make a video and talk about a few things. The good, the bad, and the ugly.
So it's a possible new playlist called Chicken Chat with Mark and Donna?
Yeah, so we're going to, if you guys enjoy this type of video, then we'll keep doing these. But first thing, what are we going to talk about? Oh, I know, I'm so excited about this. The direction of the channel.
Yeah.
Y'all, like literally, this chicken is mad. So I'm just going to be doing this until she goes away. But, you know, when I started the channel, I've said it before, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know if the channel would...
let her go over there? Wow.
Yes, maybe. Right. She's like really pecking.
Continue on, I'll be back.
Okay. Bye, girl.
Say bye.
I wanted to, you know, to put the channel out, but I had no idea how it was going to go. If anybody, I was like, you know, maybe I'll have 10 subscribers. And so I didn't plan anything. Mark can tell you when he said, you know, how do you want to do your logo? Do you want to do a banner? I was just like, I don't care, you know, whatever. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. And so we just did the very basic logo. We did the very basic banner. But now that the channel's going and it's, you know, gaining subscribers, I really want to, like, I don't know.
Up our game.
Up our game. Yeah, up my game. And I want to change. So if you come to the channel and I don't know how long it's going to take us to do it.
Within the next month.
Yeah, within the next month. We're going to sort of rebrand it and have a new banner and have a new logo. And so we're going to sort of change the look of it, our thumbnails and that sort of thing. So if you see it and you go, what is that? The Coop Scoop? That looks different. Yeah, it'll still be us, but it'll just be us better.
I think what's interesting is how this is evolved.
Yeah, yeah.
So to where it started out to where it was just going to be this faceless channel. And just for the record, I mean, I'm a obsessed entrepreneur. So I'm one of those.
I'm not.
Yeah, she's not. So I'm one of those, you know, idea, visionary, try this, try that. And of course, YouTube's, I've always been fascinated by people making money off YouTube. And something came up about a faceless channel. So that was originally, if you go back and look.
I'd never been on camera at all. So I was just like, I don't want to do that. I just want it to be about the chickens.
now
Lola's.
These broodies are a trip. Look at sweet Charlotte. Look behind you.
I can't see her
on the other side. But anyway,
okay, no.
It started out with that, and then it just sort of, one thing came to the next, and Donna started, you know, doing videos. And just also for the record, we've been married 35 years.
Mm-hmm.
And so Donna has always been an animal person.
Yes.
Like, I can't even begin to describe how much of an animal person she is. And it's just interesting to where we had chickens in the past. And then, of course, I grew up, you know, country type environment. So it was not uncommon to have chickens and stuff. So when we started, like, hey, let's get some more chickens, and one thing led to the next, and here we are.
Yeah, and we're in the chicken palace.
Yeah, this project has been,
which leads me to this. Listen, we're just going to talk about different stuff. I've said it in the video where I showed this run. Are you just going to sit down? No, she's good, as long as she doesn't try to steal the microphone. When we decided we were going to build this run, and we had to build something because we've got bantams coming. They're going to be here in 3 weeks. I am so excited. But when we started on this project, we were going to pay somebody to do it because Mark works. I'm busy with the stuff that I'm doing. And we literally could not find a person or people to build this for us. So, I mean, I literally was like, we're going to have to do this ourselves.
Well, the one
daunting.
Yeah, the one that did, because we was going to do more of a traditional A-frame roof, the price was ridiculous.
Oh my gosh.
It was so ridiculous. Like,
it was 4 times what we built it for.
Yeah.
That would be quite the profit.
Yeah.
because all we have in it obviously is our labor and the materials. But speaking of that, it was a little over $2,000 to do all of what we did. So I feel like that's pretty good.
Yeah.
But it was interesting.
Yeah, it was.
Because the funny thing is I know I've got a lot of married couples on here that men and women go about things differently to get to the same end result. And I ended up saying at some point in the middle of this build, you know what would be helpful if we actually knew some construction terms.
Yeah.
Because I would be like going, if we would just take that and put that with that, like this. And Mark would be like, I don't know what you're trying to say. And then he would do the same thing. And I'd be like, I have no idea what you're trying to say. I mean, like we spent half the build doing that. And then we would be in the house and it would be like 3 hours since we had been out here doing anything. And Mark would just blurt out, I've got the solution. And I'd be like, to what? And he'd blurt out something. And I'd be like, trying to figure out when he would say it was something to do with this, and I'd be like, that was like 3 hours ago. I didn't know what you were talking about. So we probably spent half of the build trying to figure out what the other person was talking about. And I was like, yeah, if we knew some construction terms, we might be able to just blast through this a little easier. But now that we've done this, I mean, like I feel like a freaking professional, because we're going to build on the other side of this another shed roof for the Quail.
Yeah, because the learning process of the Quail, I think it's, instead of these hutches, it's better to have like the aviary.
It's way easier, the aviary type setting, just with them on the ground. Yeah. And the hutches are going to be more, I think what we want to use them for is when we have problem quail.
Yeah, which we will.
Listen, okay, let's get to the ugly.
Well, I think, let's get to the ugly, but it's also, I guess, it is about the chickens. Yeah. But quail are a part of the process.
Yeah, and I'll say this. When we got the quail, it's been a little over a year, I said, I'm going to have them on the channel a little bit, which I had just a little bit. We've not really, I don't put them up a lot. And then I'll have some people say, in all honesty, I'm not that interested in the quail, which I get. And then I'll have people say, I love seeing your quail. I have a lot of new subscribers. And I understand that people haven't seen. And there are a lot of people that don't even know I have videos, that don't even know I have long form content at all. And they only see my shorts. We got these quail to be meat and egg birds for us. We eat meat. It is not a secret. I made the video about why we got them when we first got them. So it was out there for the world to see. And I'll have people now that go, what? And I had a lady write me a novel. I mean, it was the longest comment I've probably ever gotten, to tell me that I shouldn't have deceived people into yes, and that I needed to put a disclaimer on every one of my videos to let everybody know that we have these to be meat birds.
Well, I think that it gets into the challenges of social media.
You can't make everybody happy.
You can't make everybody happy, and you can't expect everybody to feel the same way.
Right.
I grew up in the South, right?
Country
hunting, and we have been we've been so deceived in life of the commercialization of meat.
Yeah.
Vegetables.
Yeah.
And for people to be like in shock, you actually eat those quail?
Well, I've had people be horrified that I eat their eggs. The chicken's eggs.
Anyway,
we had friends that were like that. You eat their eggs? That's disgusting.
This channel is to be wholesome, is to be fun. Donna pours her heart into not only the channel, but to make sure the animals have an incredible life. There's people that think that's stupid. So you can go on either side of the spectrum, right? Exactly. You've got the old school, people that raise chickens for meat, and they think it's stupid that you name a chicken and that you have pets. And so anyway, we want the subscriber base, and I know Donna does, for people that are like-minded. And it's not to exclude anybody, but if you've got a smart aleck comment or something stupid to say, just troll away. You know?
Well, I've kind of gotten to the point where now if somebody says something that I just don't even like, it's just going to get deleted. And I hate to be that way, but I don't have time in my life for your... And when I say that, what I mean is when I have somebody come on here solely to be a troll.
Yeah.
Right. And I'll also have people be really rude to my other subscribers, people that comment frequently. That comment's getting deleted and you're getting muted, because you can be rude to me all day long. You're not going to be rude to other people on my channel. Because somebody said something really sweet one day and just said something like, I can really tell how much the chickens love you, something like that. Mm-hmm. And somebody got on, and I don't know if they ever saw the comment back to them because I deleted it, but it was like, you know, calling them an idiot for thinking that animals have any kind of... I'm like, really? Yeah. But let me say this back to the quail real quick.
Okay.
Here's the thing for me, that, and I understand if you don't want to live this lifestyle. We got the quail for meat and eggs, and here's one of the reasons. I'll give you several reasons. I don't really trust the commercial meat industry anymore.
Yeah.
Not that I probably ever should have, but I don't trust it anymore.
Yeah.
I don't want a bunch of antibiotics in my food. I don't want a bunch of GMO food put into my food. Mm-hmm. We are always going to eat meat. You can tell me all day long that you're a vegan and that I shouldn't eat. I'm going to live the lifestyle I want to live, and he's going to live the lifestyle he wants to live, because it is just that. It's our lifestyle. I will respect yours.
But with that said, I'm sorry to interrupt. You make a good point. That doesn't mean we can't all get along.
Exactly.
Like, just agree to disagree.
If it bothers you enough to not watch the channel, so be it.
There's Charlotte.
I'm not going to be, mad or upset, or, if you don't want to watch the channel because of that. But I want to know what is going into the food that I eat, because I want to be healthy. Look at that angel.
She is so sweet.
And I also want to know that my meat, my protein, is being treated humanely. These quail are going to get the best care that they could possibly get. I have done cartwheels for these quail.
Yeah.
Because I've got one in particular that has been a problem child since day one. Mm-hmm. And I don't have any of the quail named. I don't spend a lot of time with them. I don't think they care. They're not like the chickens. They're not super personable.
I kind of feel like I'm cheating on Maisie right now.
You are. We won't tell. It's just love it on this girl. But they don't, these quail are, first of all, I have people constantly say, you need to let them out. They're domestic quail. They're not out in the wild. They would not last a day out of this pen. Mm-mm. They would not last a day. Earlier today, my cat was standing in here right beside the pen, putting her paw on it, and they're just walking up to it. She would kill them in a heartbeat. They have zero sense of self-preservation. I'm not kidding. They can't fly very well, but they can fly enough. They'd go right through my chain link fence, and they would get eaten by a feral cat or a fox or a raccoon or whatever. But as far as their care, back to the one that I was talking about, we kind of dubbed this quail Spinny, which is not really a name, I realize, but she... when we got them, they were not in good condition. They were very dehydrated because they went through the postal system for way too long. And she would spin in a circle, just go in a circle. She'd walk a few steps and then back into a circle again. And Mark kind of called her Spinny one day, and it just sort of stuck. This quail is a pain in the rear. She hated every other quail. I kept her in a separate pen by herself for a long time. And then I was like, I am cleaning a pen for one quail. Like, this is so ridiculous. So I moved her into a different area, moved the other quail into a different area, so everybody would be sort of on the equal playing field, like they're somewhere different. Everybody stopped laying eggs because of her for a long time, because they get like freaked out if you move them or do something different. And so I had to deal with that. And then she just sort of incorporated in with those quail. And we had hatched 2 groups of eggs, and I said, I'm going to hatch one more hatch before my bantam chicks get here, and then I'm going to wait a while before I hatch anymore. The week that I decided to start hatching, for whatever reason, Spinny lost her mind again for the 85th time and decided that everybody in the pen with her needed to die, and so she was attacking the rooster, she was attacking the other hens. And so I gathered up some eggs. They're in the incubator right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, our fertilization rate is going to be, because I guarantee you the rooster was not fertilizing most of the eggs because she was such a problem. And we had 30 eggs in there and only 16 were fertile. So that was a terrible fertilization rate, and it's all because of her. But she's now been moved in with the youngsters, and she's right now doing okay. But right at the moment, right here in front of us, we took our first hatch, which is 11 little quail, and they're actually in the run where the bantams are going to be, and they'll be in there. I got to figure out who's a roux. I've got 2 that I know of right now. I've got to figure out who's a roux and who's a hen. But you also have to realize, aside from whether or not you agree with them being used for meat birds, these birds, and I don't know, I can't speak for any other breed of quail, they do not play nice with each other. There are 2 roux in here right now that I know of, just started crowing a couple of days ago. They're already fighting. It will, I'm going to have to separate them. It will end up in bloodshed. They will kill each other. They hit a certain age, especially when they're young adults and they're just hitting sexual maturity. They're vicious with each other. So keeping them long-term just as a lovely little family, I don't know how people do it.
Yeah.
I've had to change these with these, put these with these with these with the whole time I've had them because of fighting. And it gets, I mean, like everything's fine. And then you'll walk in 2 hours later and there's blood everywhere. So you have to constantly be watching for them.
Well, believe it or not, it's 17 minutes in. Say, wow.
Oh.
So
Okay.
I think in a nutshell, it gets back to where Donna and I have been doing a lot of talking, and life's been, here's my perspective. And life is intense.
Yeah.
And it's getting more intense. I just lost both my mom and dad within 2.5 months of each other. We had started a spinoff channel, Our Little Life.
That's
and so we want to kind of revive that to where Our Little Life will be more about us, things out, the homesteading things, what we enjoy about kind of going back to little old school ways. We want to be able to pass on our experiences. There's plenty of people that are interested in those topics, and if we can help that process, it'll be a lot smoother. That's what we want to do. But it'll be more of a broad range of topics of life, just in general. And then, of course, if everybody enjoys the chicken chat, we'll start doing more behind the scenes of the Coop Scoop specifically. And then maybe announce, hey, we did a video on Our Little Life. But we've not been doing any videos at all with Our Little Life because of life.
When we started that channel, I'm not kidding, it was almost like within a month, things just went crazy. And both of his parents were in their 90s. Both of them had specific needs. And it was 24-hour kind of care. There were nurses. They lived in front of us, though. So now we have the house to deal with, and it's been, trying to get it ready, and just the slow loss of them. Yeah. Like, you could see their health failing, and it's been hard on Mark, and we just had to go, like, something has to give. And so we just didn't put up any more videos, but it has been
I didn't even have the
mental
energy, but I think that gets back to the reviving the purpose, to where we don't want either channel to just be, there's so much crap on the internet. I mean, just crap.
Yeah.
So there's nothing worth watching on TV. There's always an agenda, it seems to be, behind stuff. So as far as the subscribers, I can't tell you how much how much I enjoy reading the comments. You get some of you guys are so awesome, and you have no clue how valuable your positive interaction and feedback. It means a lot. It means a lot to Donna. Mm-hmm. It's the trolls that try to ruin life. So there's no respect from me to those types of people.
No.
It's easy to sit behind a keyboard and make your little jabs and comments and your sarcasm, whatever.
Yeah, because the funny thing is I think a lot of people make the assumption that because of the content that I have, that we probably are vegan and that we don't eat meat. And then I can't tell you how old the comment is. oh, they look delicious.
Yes.
You know, like KFC. Listen, you're not offending me because I eat chicken. And
just not ours. Huh?
you know, yeah, just not ours. So don't, you know, you can troll somebody else with that comment.
So
I mean,
fear
like,
not, you're not
it's not original.
Yeah, we're not going to be serving up one of our chickens. They're pets.
No,
The
yes,
quail,
they
they're meat and eggs. So it is what it is. But anyway, just looking forward to kind of upping the game, getting a little bit more involved with Donna and content on the Coop Scoop. And it's been really cool what's come together with the addition to the run. We're going to be adding
They're
on.
quail fighting right now.
Matter of fact, like brutally. But anyway, looking forward to that. Jeez.
I might have to intervene in a second if I get it. Okay, it's still.
Jeez. But anyway.
And they're 7 weeks old.
Yeah. So we just wanted to kind of kick off this chicken chat little thing. It's nice sitting out here.
Yeah, if you guys do enjoy this kind of content, you know, we will do this maybe once a month or something, or just whenever we have something.
We want to bring value into your lives and give you a break from life because.
Yeah, and I do enjoy. I have so many people comment and say, this is like a little corner of peace for me in my world. And somebody said something this morning, and I don't even know if they realize how special it was, or it might have been yesterday, but I saw it this morning. That what a beautiful video to watch while I'm holding my newborn. And that just almost like made me tear up because I'm like, that's such a special time.
That's what it's about.
Yes, it's such a special time in your life to have a new baby and to, you know, then be just saying something sweet, even like watching my channel while you're having such a special moment in your life. So
well, I'm telling you, watching Donna enjoy our animals, it makes my heart. I'll watch her from the house out here.
He stalks me.
You know, filming something, or not even filming, just the behind the scenes of her just out here enjoying them, and it's such a blessing. But I personally want to close out, and you can close out to where we want this channel to be a safe place. Yeah. We want to build this community, and you be able to come somewhere and we can all share in life together, because just like what we just went through with the loss of my mom and dad within 2.5 months, and mom being home on hospice for 18 months, and what it's put us through as a family with my siblings, me and Donna. Donna's mother, you know, she lives, you know, further away in North Georgia and having some health challenges, and life shows up. Life shows up, and so we want this to be a safe place for maybe you to come and have just a glimpse of healing, even if it's for a moment, of being able to not necessarily escape, but just to see that there's more to life than just the hectic chaos that goes on. And this is a real channel. It is wholesome. The chickens are pets, quail or not. Get that in your heads, and if you agree with that, then
there's my
So with
now
that,
you know.
With that said, appreciate all the support that you guys give and the comments you make for Donna, because some of your comments are awesome, really are. So that's,
some of y'all crack me up, and some of y'all are just so sweet, and I I really enjoy it.
So wrap it up there.
Well, I do appreciate all of you, and I hope that you are enjoying the channel and that you will continue to watch. Our bantams are going to be here in 3 weeks, and that is going to give me the opportunity to finally put a camera out here and do a live video, because I've mentioned it before. I have a lot of people say, I wish you would do a live where we're just seeing the chickens, but I always have to respond and say, our yard is gigantic. There's no way they would be on camera enough for it to even be, you'd be looking at a yard just sitting there most of the time, because they kind of move around and, you know, they'd be out of view. But I do hope you're enjoying our content, and I hope that you will hit that subscribe button, notification bell. If you haven't already, have a fantastic day, guys, and I'll see you, and Mark will see you maybe.
Maybe. Who knows?
In the next video.
Later, guys. Have a blessed day.